And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Volunteer State Community College, the site of today's third game of the series between the Chattanooga State Tigers and the Volunteer State Pioneers. Got hopefully some equipment fixed here for our camera situation, and hopefully my scoreboard will work a little bit better. Gonna have to I think we got an issue on my screen. This is Tim Reese here at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Yesterday's doubleheader between the Tigers and the Pioneers. A doubleheader win by Chattanooga State. 8-2 in game one and 5-4 come from behind victory by Chattanooga in the top of the seventh inning. That came back to defeat the Pioneers 5-4. They were losing 4-3. Scored 2 runs without the benefit of a hit. Trying to figure out what's going on with this screen here. Maybe we're okay. Beautiful sunshiny day here in Middle Tennessee. It's first day back for classes for VolState and the other junior college schools here in the state. Playing baseball in the TCCAA today. VolState and Chat State have the third game. There's doubleheader action, though I know the women's series is finishing up down in Jackson State. Lady Pioneers for VolState won a doubleheader against the Lady Green Jays yesterday and play again. Actually got started, I think, at noon, so they've been playing for a little while. Today's contest in TCCAA baseball, Columbia State at Roane State with a doubleheader. Cleveland State at Dyersburg State also with a doubleheader. And Dyersburg State shows in the top of the sixth, leading Cleveland State 8-4. The Walter State Motlow State series is already concluded, and as did the Jackson State Southwest Tennessee series, with Jackson State taking 2 out of 3 against Southwest Tennessee. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups first for the visitors from Chattanooga. Leading off, playing center field, Brody Ballou. Cade Chamley back at third base in that 2-hole. And C.J. Morrow will be at second base batting third. New first baseman today is Tyler Stevens. He'll hit cleanup. Scotty Dean, yesterday's first baseman, will be behind the plate and bat fifth. Jack Murray, who got a couple pinch hit opportunities in both games, is the DH. Starting in this game, will bat sixth. Braden Graves in left field, batting seventh. And the 8-hole hitter, the shortstop, Colin Trevison. Tyler Jones got a couple pinch hit opportunities yesterday. Will start today's game in right field, batting ninth. And on the mound for Chattanooga State, 6'4", 195-pound sophomore Connor Bryson, right-hander out of Powell, Tennessee. This is Bryson's 7th appearance of the year. He has a 2-0 record, 2.74 ERA, has 1 save on the year, and 23 innings of work. Giving up 14 hits, 8 runs, only 7 earned. Walked 5, struck out 24 batters. And he will face the starting lineup for the Pioneers. It goes like this. Leading off, playing shortstop, Logan Molnar. And batting second, playing second, is Brady Nepper. Right fielder Stephen Bell will hit third. Cannon Lewis back in the DH spot. He will hit cleanup. Connor Paul at first base, batting fifth. Gage Hoover in left field, batting sixth. Back at third base, Landon Luderman hitting seventh. The 8-hitter in the lineup playing center field is Reggie Cooper. Lex Falsoni laid ad at catcher batting ninth. Drew Plummer was originally in the starting lineup, but had to be scratched. Apparently came up with an injury during warm-ups. And on the mound, freshman right-hander Chip Harris from Clarksville, Tennessee. He will be on for his third appearance of the year, second start. Only 2+ innings of work, getting up 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. And he is also kind of a late ad, as Parker White would have been the original starting pitcher here for the game 3 of the series, but he came up a little bit puny during the week as well. So those are your Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. You see both head coaches at the plate to meet with our umpires, same umpires from yesterday. Eric Dunsford will work the plate. Luis Maldonado will work the bases. Head coach Jim McGuire of the Pioneers in his 3rd year with VolState. Greg Dennis in his 21st year with the Tigers, a recent inductee into the TCCAA Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Greg Dennis and his family and all those that have supported him over the years. Nice conversation with him before games yesterday and today. Very, very likable man, and appreciate his time. The meeting has concluded. We will have a national anthem here, and we will have to mute that, or maybe we'll take a commercial break. I actually like to let you see it. We can't hear it. YouTube will kick us off the air. As you see, Pioneers wearing their baby blue tops, taking the field.
Would you please rise for the playing of the national anthem?
Yes, Braxton Alexander, our public address announcer, is ready to play it. So we will mute and be right back on the VolState Sports Network. Alexander says,
Play ball.
Play ball. We got an infestation up here, folks. That's what we have. That's trying to see what that item is that's in the middle of your screen, because it's not on this one. So take a quick break. I'll see if I can get that fixed. We'll be right back. All right, we got it fixed now. Pesky insects out on my window, so we should be ready to play some ball and have a clear vision to do it. Thanks for joining us on the VolState Sports Network.
Leading off, number 5.
Brody Ballou to lead off for Chat State. He squares the bunt. First pitch from Chip Harris. High and inside, and we are underway at 1:03 p.m. Central Time. Game time temperature 55 degrees. And Ballou nearly hit with the second pitch. You were with us yesterday. You saw a lot of walks and a lot of hit batters. Here's a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Logan Molnar. Brody Ballou is going to get an infield single. It was hit up the middle and deep. Molnar didn't have much of a chance to collect that one and then throw out Brody Ballou, the on-base machine. Getting on at a 6:33 clip. Cade Chamley steps in. And Chip Harris, after one batter, is pitching from the stretch. Fastball high at the letters, called a strike on the outside corner. Ballou, a couple stolen bases in both games yesterday. Throw over, looked like he might have been going. Ballou had 3 hits in the doubleheader yesterday. Walked 5 times. Only retired once in the doubleheader. And the throw over to first base, he's back in time. Briefly looked at the box score after the game, or the games yesterday, and I think he might have been cheated out of a stolen base, and he's going on that one. Pitch is called a strike, throw down. If he's held, he's out. And I believe that's his first caught stealing. Yeah, I'm wrong. Shows 13 stolen bases. He's been caught twice now. He's been caught 3 times. His strike is called, and Lex Falsoni gets the first out on a caught stealing. And there is out number 2 on the breaking pitch. So a big turnaround.
Now batting, number 9
for the Pioneers.
Morrow.
Not a double play, but close enough within 2 pitches. C.J. Morrow steps to the plate. Was 1 for 8 in yesterday's doubleheader. He walked 6 times. Fouled off the screen. And goes 2 balls and a strike. Chip Harris, 6'2", 210 pounds. He hadn't gained that much weight his freshman year. He's not up at 300. From Clarksville High School, son of Granville and Melinda Harris. Gets a called strike there, and the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brother to Smith, Sawyer, and Anna. Grandson of G-Mama in Clarksville, Pop, and Nana. As Morrow gets a base hit right up the middle. Second hit of the inning.
Stepping to the plate, number 14, Tyler Stevens.
They are also of Clarksville, Pop, and Nana. Hope they're listening in today. Chip Harris gets a start, and I'm not sure that maybe he knew before he came to the school today. Nice stop by Lex Falsoni. Tyler Stevens at the plate. Stevens from, says Spring Hills, Tennessee. I wonder if that's actually Spring Hill, Tennessee. Doesn't tell me the high school. 6'1", 210-pound freshman. He's looking at a 3-0 count. Stevens playing in game number 13, his 11th start of the year, hitting .273. And he takes a 4-pitch walk. Now 2 are on with 2 out. Brings up Scotty Dean, who's working behind the plate today.
Number 32, Scotty Dean.
Dean now hitting .333 on the year. Two for 5 in yesterday's doubleheader. Walked 3 times in the second game. There was a strike called on the outside corner. 2 hits he got in game 1 were both in that hole between first and second baseman. So he'll go the other way. Kind of surprised he didn't swing at that pitch right there. Breaking pitch blocked by a freshman behind the plate, Lex Falsoni. He's already gunned down one would-be base stealer, Brody Ballou, who reached on an infield single. There's a line drive up the middle. It's going to get to Reggie Cooper, and that will get by. Stephen Bell picks it up. Chattanooga State leads 1-0. Runners now at second and third. Be a single and an error, allowing Dean to get to second base and allowing Stevens to get to third.
Jack Murray.
Give Scotty Dean an RBI. That allows C.J. Morrow to score. And now Jack Murray from Sycamore High School steps to the plate with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. Murray was 0 for 2 in yesterday's 2 pinch hit opportunities. Swing and a miss there. Now hitting .200, 2 for 10 on the season. From Pleasant View, Tennessee. Swing and a miss on a high fastball there. Harris trying to extricate himself from this early issue in the top of the first inning, scheduled for 9 innings. Swing and a miss on a fastball even higher, so Murray could not lay off of the high heat from Chip Harris. He goes down swinging. Harris strikes out 2 in the inning, but gives up 3 hits. 1 run, 1 error. Did not come back to bite the Pioneers there. 2 runners were left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the first inning. Chat State leads 1-0. The number 18 team in the country, Chattanooga State Tigers, over at VolState. We're right back on the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Beautiful sunshiny day here in Middle Tennessee. Not as windy as it was yesterday or as cold. 55 degrees at game time. So you see Connor Bryson warming up for the Tigers with a 1-0 lead. From Powell, Tennessee. It's the same place that Charlie Smith, yesterday's Game 1 starter, is from. He will face Logan Molnar, Brady Nepper, and Stephen Bell here in the bottom of the first. Connor Bryson wearing number 16 here apparently today, as Molnar could not hold up on that slider. On the roster shows him as having the number 34. Maybe he didn't want to have the same number as Chip Harris, our other starting pitcher. There's a breaking pitch, gets in there, and Molnar down in the count 0-2 quickly. Chattanooga State pitchers yesterday walked only 7 batters in the doubleheader. Did hit 6 Pioneers. Slider way away and down. Trying to get Molnar to bite. Molnar was 1 for 7 in yesterday's doubleheader. He lines one down that right field line. That's going to be trouble. Tyler Jones will pick that one off the wall. Molnar's he's going to step on second. He's going to go for third. The throw is in time to get Logan Molnar. Not sure if he looked up to see Coach McGuire, but C.J. Morrow had that throw from Tyler Jones out in right field about the time that Logan Molnar was rounding second base. So
Number 3, Brady.
First out made at third after a double by Logan Molnar. 9-4 to 5 for out number 1. Brings up Brady Nepper. Nepper from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Greenbrier High School, played in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. Went 0 for 3. Was hit by a pitch and reached on an error. Strike called on the outside corner by Eric Dunsford, our home plate umpire. From Paducah, Kentucky, all the way from McCracken County, Kentucky, the home of last year's catcher, Braden Vineyard, for VolState, now at Kentucky Wesleyan. Nepper swings through a breaking pitch there. I want to thank all those who sent emails to treesports@gmail.com yesterday. Enjoyed the interaction. Swing and a miss. Gets by Dean. I had 1 ball, 2. She must have tipped it. So I wonder why he's not taking off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mimi's already checked in, sent some scripture in. Swing and a miss, and a tag by Dean to complete the out.
Now batting.
Now 2 outs.
Stephen Bell.
Stephen Bell will step to the plate with nobody on, and 2 outs. Shift is on, expecting Bell to pull. Cade Chamley way around. They're going to pitch him inside, I guess. That first one came in about the shins. Colin Trevisan, the shortstop, playing right up the middle. C.J. Morrow and Tyler Stevens way over to the right on the right side. Instead, Stephen Bell is going to go into left center field, but Braden Graves slides over. He was already good 10 steps into the gap, but Stephen Bell hits it right on the button, but stays up long enough for Graves to come over and make the catch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We are through 1. Chat State leads 1-0. Braden Graves just made the catch for out number 3 in the bottom of the first. Will lead off for the Tigers, followed by Colin Trevison and Tyler Jones. Bottom 3 in the
Leading off, number 3.
Tigers order. They scored 1 on 3 hits according to my score sheet. If you are here at the ballpark on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard out there, you see 2 hits for Chat State and 2 errors for the Pioneers. Apparently in the dugout, the leadoff batter Brody Ballou was reached on an error by Logan Molnar. Swing and a miss by Graves. He's down in the count 0-2. I don't think that Molnar, even if he had grabbed it, he'd have been able to throw Brody Ballou out, but it might have been a close play. It's one of those coin flips. Harris trying to get strike 3 swinging on another high fastball, but Graves wasn't going to have any of that. 1-2 in the dirt. Pioneers travel to Rome State, the next conference action. Ground ball to Molnar. That's up the middle. He's going to have another one hop up on him. That one will go in my book as an E6. Getting right there at that lip, and those balls are hopping up, coming up a little bit higher on him. And not able to glove those. So Graves reaches on the air. Throw over to first base, and he's back in there safely. Colin Trevison from Marietta, Georgia, Sprayberry High School. He is a brave man. Apparently, there's been several players that have been playing shortstop for Chat State that have gotten hurt this year. Not sure if he's the 3rd or 4th candidate in there. Connor Linkfield, who we were chatting with via email yesterday, and I would assume is watching and listening in again today, down with a torn labrum. Didn't get the name of another shortstop. That one's popped up. Lex Falsoni looking for it, throws his mask and helmet down and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, number 35, Tyler Jones.
So Colin Trevison fouls out. Brings up Tyler Jones, the good-looking member of the Tyler Jones twin set. At least that's according to Tyler. Of course, he's got to be careful. His twin brother Tanner is an identical twin who plays for Motlow State. VolState down there playing against Tanner Jones last weekend, throw over to first. Now this weekend we get Tyler Jones wearing number 35 from Goodpasture High School. Both the Jones twins went to MTSU out of Goodpasture and then both transferred out. Jones looks at a fastball down low. Was 0 for 2 in game 1. And was hit by a pitch as a pinch hitter in game 2. And nearly hit with a pitch there. Saw the right sleeve of his jersey that looked like it flapped. I thought maybe it hit there. That's the kind of hit by pitch you really want. Fastball high and away. And now 3-1 with Brody Blue standing on deck. Jones 5'11", 190 pounds. Fouls that one off. We'll have a Full Count Ministries. Full Count. He's a veteran of the Full Count High School Fall League that played in Hendersonville area. Probably even won him a championship maybe his senior year on Tanner Sandel's team, VolState alum, as he draws the walk. Now puts the runners at first and second walk of the game by Chip Harris. Now Brody Ballou, 5'8", 165 pounds. Siegel High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Stephen Bell moves into right center field. Not anticipating Ballou to pull the ball at all as he looks at a called strike on a breaking pitch. So Braden Graves reached on an error. Trevison pops out to the catcher, and Tyler Jones walks. 2-1 with 1 out. There's another breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Ballou not looking for that pitch, but he had 3 hits yesterday, and all 3 of them went to the left side. Had a double down the third base line. A couple singles in the left field. Now down in the count 0-2. And he will hit a ground ball too short. Molnar over to second base. That's all they'll get. They will force out Tyler Jones at second base. Now, Chat State with runners on the corners.
Cade Shamley.
Shamley, the third baseman, steps to the plate with runners on the corners with 2 outs. Lex Falsoni giving the signs as to what the defense will be if Brody Ballou takes off or Braden Graves takes off from third base. Throw over to first. Ballou is back. Connor Paul takes the fastball from Chip Harris. Ballou was cut down trying to steal in the first inning with modest lead. Starts to go, but stops, and ball is lifted out to Stephen Bell. Is still going back and finally gets underneath that baseball and makes the catch off the bat of Cade Shamley for out number 3. Tigers threaten but do not score. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0. Chat State leads. Welcome back to Volunteer State in Gallatin, Tennessee. We move to the bottom of the second. Cannon Lewis, Connor Paul, and Gage Hoover
Leading off, number 30.
scheduled to
Cannon
face
Lewis.
Connor Bryson. Ended up with a 1-2-3 inning after Logan Molnar slapped a double down the right field line, but got a little greedy trying to get a triple out of it. The relay was in plenty of time for Chamley to tag him out, and then retired Brady Nepper on a strikeout and Stephen Bell on a flyout into left center field. Cannon Lewis back at the DH position for Pioneers. Pops that one up out the right field. Tyler Jones got the glove up and now puts it down, and he'll make the catch with that glove that he was shielding his eyes with.
Now batting, number 32, Connor
Sun
Paul.
is out. Connor Paul will step to the plate. Lewis yesterday was 0 for 3 in his DH role. Did have an RBI in game 1. Connor Paul 1 for 6 in the doubleheader. Freshman from Ravenwood High School. Started out last fall as a two-way player and shed the bullpen time. Decided to just be a position player only, looking now at a 2-ball, no strike count. Son of Jonathan and Amelie Paul. Count goes 3-0. Wonder if Mam's listening in Tulsa today, along with Pop, and Graham in Tulsa, Nana and Grandpa in Santa Fe, New Mexico. 3-0. Nearly hit Connor Paul. He had to, I don't know what that move is. It's a definitive move that all baseball players do when the ball's coming at your midsection. You got to get that out of the way, and at the same time, the upper part of your body has to go over the plate. Got to call that something like the "Don't Hit Me" dance, but Connor Paul will take a walk. Now Gage Hoover steps to the plate. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Bryson fooled him on that one. Gage got the start in game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. Went 1 for 2. A single and an RBI. Six-foot, 200-pound freshman from Stewart's Creek High School. Swing and a miss. Scotty Dean having a little trouble picking that one up. He's the son of Mike and Angie Hoover. Mike, one of our sponsors and supporters, throw over to first base. With Accurate Mortgage, he's got a sign out there right below the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Accurate Mortgage. Locations in Smyrna and Franklin, I believe. Cool Springs is. Gage fouls that one off. It is Cool Springs, which is in Franklin. But the Hoovers live in Smyrna, Tennessee.
Yes.
Gage is a line drive right at the shortstop, Trevison, who makes the catch. Throw over to first base. It's not in time to double off Connor Paul. Hoover puts a charge in that one. It just happened to be right at Trevison. Landon Luderman steps to the plate.
Now batting, number 5.
2 out and 1 on. Looks at a first pitch high and away. Landon started in game 1, went 0 for 3. 5'10", 190-pound sophomore. Throw over to first base. Speedster Connor Paul laying down, getting that uniform dirty. Hello to Daniel and Shannon Luderman, his parents in Knoxville. Breaking pitch misses out. Brother Hudson and sister Easton, I assume, are in school right now. Nana in Louisiana and Granny in Arizona. (2-0 pitch. Now goes 3-0. Bryson walked Connor Paul on 4 straight, and he's pitch away from doing it to Landon Luderman. With Reggie Cooper standing on deck. That was close, but the plate umpire says a little high and away.
Now batting number 10, Reggie.
And 2 batters on via the walk. Reggie Cooper steps to the plate. One of 2 pioneers with multiple home runs on the year. He and Cannon Lewis, the team lead. Reggie hitting .240 coming into today's game. It's a ground ball to the left side, and Cade Chamley's going to glove that and tag Connor Paul out as he was heading over to third base for out number 3. So a fielder's choice for Cooper. And a 5 unassisted to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are through 2, scheduled for 9 here in Game 3 of the series. VolState trying to salvage 1 win as Chet State won the doubleheader yesterday. Let's thank some of our sponsors. MGM Industries, Right Rug Flooring, Dudak Communications, and Coca-Cola for their help in remodeling the press box up here where we broadcast from. We haven't named the broadcast booth like we did at basketball, called it the Toyota of Gallatin Broadcast Center. We haven't done that actually, but probably should. MGM Industries provided custom windows up here for us. My buddy Joe Gaskins, former Motlow State basketball player and coach, along with one of his son-in-laws, Patrick Stewart. Go to mgmindustries.com. Tell them thanks for supporting Vol State baseball. Also, Right Rug Flooring, my buddy Kerry Gilbert, salesman over there at rightrug.com. You can email him, Kerry with a K, E-A-R-Y, Gilbert at rightrug.com. Also tell him, appreciate the carpet and the installation here. Not sure, still trying to figure out when this press box was actually built, but it was the same carpet and windows from whenever that was, sometime in the 90s. Also to Dudak Communications for some signage here. Craig Senard's owner of that. They're located over in an industrial area near Framework Athletics, CrossFit Hendersonville. And Coca-Cola, my buddy Amos Blake with Coca-Cola
Number 9, CJ
provided
Morrow.
a little mini fridge for us that we can stock some drinks in. So thanks to those folks for helping us out up here in our press box, making this place more like home as CJ Morrow looks at a first pitch strike from Chip Harris. Now down in the count 0-2. One of a couple Canadians on the Chattanooga State squad. Looking it up earlier this morning. And it says he's from Cheltenham, Ontario. On the roster it says it's like Caledon, C-A-L-E-D-O-N, Ontario in Canada. On his perfect game listing, he drives one out to right center field. Stephen Bell over in the gap. He's not going to get there. He get it on one hop, drops it. Morrow is going to cruise on into second base with what I would assume would be scored a double. That's what I'll score it. Stephen Bell might have had a shot to throw him out at second if he'd have picked it up on the first hop, but actually dropped it a couple times. But I think after he dropped it that first time, there wasn't a chance. But C.J. Morrow now 2 for 2. So he drops a double after singling with 2 outs in the first inning. On my score sheet, that's showing 4 hits for Chat State. Tyler Stevens steps in. He walked and was stranded at third base in the first. One ball, one strike. The other Canadian on the squad, Ryan Wells, who got the win in yesterday's game, too. Also shows Caledon. There's a base hit in the left field by Stevens. Gage Hoover hits the ball in quickly as Morrow had to hold up to see if that ball was going to be caught. And Chattanooga State got another rally going here with nobody out and runners at the corners.
Now batting, number 32, Scotty Dean.
Back-to-back hits for Chat State against Chip Harris. That will create some movement down in the VolState bullpen. Should mean Noah Eatman, a right-handed sophomore, is getting loose. Breaking pitch gets the outside corner. Scotty Dean singled up the middle, drove in the Tiger run in the top of the first inning. Throw over to first. Stevens back in time. Tyler Stevens at first base, yet to an attempt at a stolen base. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Lex Falsoni. Still doesn't have a handle on it. Now finally gets it between Scotty Dean's feet. One pitch, breaking pitch at the same spot that first one was. Called a strike. Scotty Dean's from Rossview High School in Clarksville, so these two guys probably played against each other in high school. Rival high schools, Clarksville High School and Rossview. Harris does not get the call in the inside corner. It goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shows Scotty Dean is a freshman. I just don't know if he's a redshirt freshman or if he finishes. The runner starts to go. Breaking pitch misses maybe a little high. Full Count Ministries. Full Count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game provided by Caden Johnson's grandmother down in Gadsden, Alabama, Mimi. Miss Dina Johnson. And there's ball 4. Bases are loaded. Third walk of the game for Chip Harris.
Up to bat, number 11, Jack
See if
Murray.
Sam Folks, the pitching coach, will come out. He will not. He just gave the next pitch call to Lex Falsoni behind the plate using the radio communications. Jack Murray, who struck out to end the first, steps in. I believe that's the pitch that he struck out on, or one up about that high, and learned his lesson not to swing at that pitch. It's right around his chin height. Rounds one up the middle. This could be 2 to Molnar at second. That was too much up the middle. Brady Nepper had to throw it back across his body. And the second run of the game
Now batting,
comes
number
across on an RBI fielder's choice by Jack Murray. Morrow comes in to score. Stevens on at third, and Dean is erased on the fielder's choice. Morrow scored both runs in the ball game for Chat State. Work is not done yet for VolState. They have 2 on and only 1 out. Braden Graves swings and misses at a breaking pitch. Hit a ground ball to Logan Molnar up the middle. It's the second one that Molnar was not able to glove. Popped up into right center field. That will get down. Reggie Cooper lost his footing out there in right center field. He'll be trying to get Jack Murray on a force at second, but not able to. And an RBI bloop single for Braden Graves.
Number 4, Colin Trevison.
So the first 2 to reach, C.J. Morrow and Tyler Stevens, have come in to score. 3 hits in the inning. Colin Trevison steps to the plate. Started to go, holds up, pitch still called a strike. Trevison popped out to the catcher. His first plate appearance. Pioneers looking for a do-dat double play to get out of the inning. Square around the bunt, pulls the bat back. Pitch called a ball. Logan Fleener, the third base coach for the Tigers. Dion Felger, first base coach. Head coach Greg Dennis in the dugout. Pulls the bat back after flashing the bunt. Trevison didn't think that was a strike, but Mr. Dunsford behind the plate disagreed. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. That breaking pitch is in there for a called strike. Down goes Trevison. Third strikeout for Harris. 2 outs. Tyler Jones steps to the plate. He walked in the second inning. Both of the Jones twins are left-handed hitters, and both are aggressive as he goes after the first strike he sees there, fouls that one straight back. And in comes Logan Fleener to get that foul ball off the padding. Brand new padding behind home plate. Provided by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Appreciate Stephen Dodson and Bill Marbett. Slow curveball. Jones able to watch all the way in. Inning started with a double by C.J. Morrow and a single by Tyler Stevens. Then a walk and a fielder's choice drove in the first run. Then a single drove in the second run as count now goes 2 balls and a strike. I think we're expecting 60 degrees here in Middle Tennessee today. Ball 3. On deck, Brody Ballou, leadoff batter and the top hitters in the TCCAA, came in second in the league with a .487 average. There's ball 4. Jones, his second walk of the day. Second walk of the inning, 4th of the game for Chip Harris, and the bases are loaded. This will mean a visit from first-year pitching coach Sam Folks. Give us a little time to thank our supporters again. The Rock Place, the Curbing Edge, to former players of Coach McGuire at MTSU, Lee Marbett, the owner of the Rock Place, and Troy Harp, owner of the Curbing Edge, along with his wife Stacy. Appreciate their donations and assistance to VolState baseball, providing crushed rock and other supplies to the Pioneers to get Pioneer Field up and ready to go for this season. Also like to thank Tommy Decker over at Wilson Bank and Trust, another former player of Coach McGuire. Loan officer in the Hendersonville location, Wilson Bank and Trust locations throughout Middle Tennessee. Ballou looks at a breaking pitch outside. An on-base machine, Brody Ballou. 2 outs, bases loaded. Ballou coming into today's game walked 31 times. He's leading with 39 hits. 38 hits. Coach got a called strike. He's leading the conference in RBIs with 30. Cade Chamley right behind him has 28. Well, the count goes 3 balls and a strike. Nowhere to put Brody Ballou. Stephen Bell playing as far over as a right fielder in center field as I've ever seen. Brody Ballou will have an inside the park home run if he can pull it over first base. Check swing, foul balls. Might have been a little bit high, probably was a ball 4, but Chip Harris hit his bat. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. The runners will be off on the pitch. Dicey situation for the Pioneers. But you got to throw a strike. And he doesn't. Chattanooga State now leads 4-0 as Ballou gets an RBI on a walk, and that will end the afternoon for Chip Harris as Jim McGuire is out of the dugout. We'll take a quick break, tell you about the new pitcher. We return on the VolState Sports Network. Summit Concrete called to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Sophomore Noah Eatman on in relief of Chip Harris. Eatman on for his 7th appearance, 6th in relief. He has an 0-1 record. 11 2/3 innings, giving up 20 hits, 16 runs, 10 earned. Walked 5, struck out 10. 7+ ERA, and he's on in relief of Chip Harris, who goes 2 2/3 innings, gives up 6 hits, 4 runs to this point. 3 runners on base are his responsibility. Walked 5, struck out 3. A bit of a spot start, did not anticipate, not sure exactly when he knew that he was going to be starting, but Cade Chamley steps in, the 9th batter to come to the plate for Chattanooga State. Breaking pitch swung on a miss by Chamley. Big slow breaking pitch. Noah Eatman, 6'1", 205 pounds, sophomore from Parrish, Florida. It's down near Tampa, Bradenton area. Hello to Dave and Monique Eatman, his parents. Breaking pitch swung on, driven deep to left field. Back goes Gage Hoover. This might leave the yard. It will leave the yard. It's a grand slam home run for Cade Chamley. Chattanooga State now leads 8-0. Chamley's 4th home run of the year. He now is the new leader in TCCAA RBIs with 32. Morrow, who led off the inning with a double, steps into the plate, looks at a called strike. Swing and a miss. Just missed outside with that 0-2. As I say, it was 1-2. Now it's 2-2. Looked up at the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, and whoever's operating the scoreboard down there in the dugout was just a little delayed. Now we have a full count Ministries full count. In the dirt, ball 4. Falsoni will retrieve over by the VolState on deck circle. And
Up to bat, number 14, Tyler Stevens.
brings up Tyler Stevens. He singled into left field earlier this inning. Scored one of the 7 runs in the inning. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner. Close the book on Chip Harris. He goes 2 2/3, gives up 6 hits, 7 runs. All earned, 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. Top hitting team in the conference to date is Chattanooga State. Hard to keep them down. Came in hitting .335. 21-4 record. Number 18 team in the country in Division I junior college baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Ground ball to third. Luderman on 1 hop. He's going to go the short way to Nepper at second base for the 3rd out. Chattanooga State puts a touchdown and an extra point up on the board, taking 8-0 lead here in the 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the inning. No errors. 1 runner left on base. Head to the bottom of the 3rd, 8-0. Chattanooga State leads.
Off, number 15.
Tim Reese back at VolState, where the Pioneers down 8-0. Number 9 hitter Lex Falsoni getting his first at bat of the ball game. Chattanooga State's batted around twice. They're working on their third time through the order as Falsoni looks at a strike from Connor Bryson. Falsoni from Stewart's Creek High School's freshman. A couple doubles and a home run, couple RBIs. This is his 12th game of the year, 11th start. Has to pull that pretty face away from that high inside fastball from Bryson. Bryson's given up one hit. That was a leadoff double to Logan Molnar, but has a couple walks. And now a pop-up to the right side. Tyler Stevens over in foul territory, and he'll make the catch just outside of your view for out number 1.
Now batting, number 1, Logan Molnar.
Bring up the leadoff batter, Logan Molnar. Double down that right field line, but gunned down going for the triple from Independence High School. It's Molnar's third double of the year. He's got to get his head out of the way. A fastball. Came in hitting .256. Now with 11 hits, that leads the squad. The Pioneers had trouble at the plate thus far this year. Breaking pitch catches that outside corner. Logan did not agree with that one. Pioneers come in with a 5-10 record. They're 1-3 in conference play. Chattanooga State now 4-1 in conference play, 21-4. Logan Molnar just took his offensive timeout, so that's what Mr. Dunsford is writing down. Ladybug's filling up our press box as well as I'm sure they're filling up your house if you're living in Middle Tennessee. Fly ball out to right field. Tyler Jones again with that glove up in the air, and he's going to shield his eyes from the sun and make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 3, Brady Nepper.
Brady Nepper's going to step to the plate. Struck out in his first plate appearance.
I got old pants, spazzing on me. I got
2 outs, nobody on. Brady transferred from Cumberland University, where he played against the Pioneers this past fall. Guess realized he wasn't going to get any playing time over there on the varsity squad, and talked to Coach McGuire about coming over. VolState at the Christmas break. Hits a ground ball, 3 hops to Trevison, who gloves and throws on to Tyler Stevens for out number 3. Brady transferred into VolState at the Christmas break, as did Christian Dunn and Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy is injured and won't play this year, I understand. Christian Dunn is one of the catchers on the squad. We're through 3, 8-0. Chat State leads. Be right back on the VolState Sports Network. Welcome back to VolState. Chat State has a 8-0 lead as they hit in the top of the 4th inning. Noah Eatman back out on the mound for the Pioneers. Came in relief in the 3rd. Faced Scotty Dean, Jack Murray, and Braden Graves. First pitch into Scotty Dean, and they're called strike. Dean 1 for 1, singled and walked. Eatman gets ahead, 0-2. Tried to get the swing and miss on that breaking pitch. Flag out there at center field, dead. Still backhand dropped and picked back up by Luderman, and a strong throw over to first base. Gets Scotty Dean. Nice recovery by Landon Luderman down there at third base. The hot shot off the bat of Scotty Dean. Jack Murray will step in. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 3rd. Strike called. One pitch. Eatman at the stretch, fouled off to the right side. Connor Paul's grandma, he calls ma'am. Deborah Paul in Tulsa watching and listening. Appreciate you checking in on the email at treesports@gmail.com. Always glad to have you from Tulsa. Just missed down and in. It goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Stephen Bell on the warning track, and he can't get this one. He reaches up, and it cleared the fence out in right field for a solo home run. For Scotty Dean, that ball just kept traveling and traveling. I think Bell thought he had a chance at it, stuck his glove right in the fence. Chat State now leads 9-0 as Jack Murray.
Number 31, Braden
It's
Gray.
a solo home run. It is Murray's first home run of the year. It's a second long ball hit by Chat State today. Braden Graves, who's 1 for 2. At the plate with nobody on, 1 out. Ground ball to third. Tough play by Luderman, but he gloves, throws into dirt. Nice play by Connor Paul to come up with that high bounce. Round number 2. Nice play at both corners. Had to put stars by both of those. Braden Graves grounds into a 5-3 put out. Colin Trevison over 2 steps to the plate. Call strike on the outside corner. Jack Murray is a freshman from Sycamore High School, Pleasant View. I'm assuming that's his first collegiate home run. So congratulations to Jack Murray and his family. Just cleared the fence out there in right field. Another ground ball to third. Luderman drops again, picks and throws. And there's another 5-3 put out as Connor Paul. Nice stretch to retire Trevison. All 3 outs made on a 5-3. Sandwiched in there as a solo home run by Jack Murray. As 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. 9-0. Chattanooga State now scored 1 in the first, 7 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. We'll have 3, 4, and 5 up for the Pioneers in the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back. Stephen Bell steps to the plate.
Leading off, number 22.
In the bottom of the fourth inning, VolState looking for their second hit of the game. And 1 on the first batter of the game, Logan Molnar, with a double down the right field line, but they've been blanked ever since. A 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the third. VolState looking get some runners on base here against Connor Bryson. Bell's going to look at a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. Flew out to left field and left center field. This time he's going to try the center fielder, Brody Ballou, who's now going to go back. Catches that ball as he's backpedaling toward the warning track, makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, number 30,
Cannon Lewis will step in. Connor Bryson, sophomore, hit in 6 games a year ago. Had a 1-2 record, 15 innings of work for the Tigers. Having a much better year in his second go-around in the TCCAA. And came in with a 2.74 ERA in 6 appearances. 2-0 to Cannon Lewis, who's looking for a pitch he can handle. Flew out to right field to lead off the second. Son of Ryan and Daphne Lewis. He will look at a called strike. 3 balls and a strike. Brother to JC and Mason. 3-1 pitch. That'll be low and away. And third walk of the game by Bryson.
Now batting, number 32, Connor Paul.
Had retired 5 straight before that walk. Connor Paul steps in. He was the first free base recipient in the second. Looks at a fastball for strike 1. He took 4 straight out of the zone in his first plate appearance. Pitch missed somewhere. Ball 1. Connor Paul looking for a pitch to handle. Throw over to first base. Lewis had just turned off of the base. All 3 outfielders playing very deep. Brody Ballou probably playing as deep in center field as I've seen anybody play. There's a ground ball to second. C.J. Morrow is going to go the short way over to Trevison and on to first base. Not in time to get Paul.
Up to bat.
Cannon Lewis is erased at second base on the fielder's choice. It brings up Gage Hoover. Hit a ball hard last time, but right at Colin Trevison at shortstop. Takes a hack at the first pitch. Fouls it off the screen. Hoover came in hitting .333 at 3 hits and 9 official at-bats, couple doubles. Strong young man. Just looking on here, I thought he'd already hit a home run, but I know he hit one last fall. It was another throw over. And Connor Paul now, the base runner, is back. Hoover, a 2023 Tennessee Mr. Baseball. He was All-State, All-Mid-State, All-Area, District MVP, and the Stewart's Creek High School Male Athlete of the Year in 2023. Played for the Stewart's Creek Redhawks, as did Lex Falsoni and Reggie Cooper, who in this game. So all 3 of the Redhawks are in today's lineup. I just call them the Creekers. Until I got to VolState, I'd never heard of Stewart's Creek High School, east of Nashville. We've had up to 5 Creekers on the squad at one time. Full Count Ministries, full count, ball 4. 2 out, walk. That's walk number 4.
Now batting, number
Now
5,
there's some stirring in the Tiger bullpen. And we'll have a timeout as pitching coach Dion Felger will come out and talk to the 6'4" sophomore. Powell, Tennessee, over there by Knoxville. I know that last year's roster showed Charlie Smith as being from Powell, I thought. I did get an email from somebody yesterday in Chattanooga State family of folks, said that they were from Ohio, and Ohio State Buckeyes fans. I was looking, I think there's like 3 Ohio folks on the roster. There's a young man that shows Cincinnati, Ohio, as a matter of fact, my hometown. I also saw that yesterday's starting catcher, Jonathan Vagoa, began his college career at Miami of Ohio, which is where I started my career. High pop-up in the infield should be playable. Actually, in foul territory, Scotty Dean is circling, and got a glove on it, but could not haul it in. So Landon Luderman has another life with that bright orange bat. It's not easy catching a pop-up here, and there are a few clouds in the sky, but the sun will cause havoc. Luderman walked in the second. See in Alliance, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio. Another foul ball there on Chat State's roster. And Ghana, Ohio. Luderman's going to go down looking on a fastball on the inside corner after fouling a couple pitches off, but Bryson comes back to get the backward K for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. There were 2 walks, 2 runners left on base. We are through 4 innings. There is a 10-run rule. That'll be after 7 innings. But the Pioneers are not there yet. Noah Eatman back out on the mound to face the Tigers as we move to the top of the 5th inning. We'll take a short break on the VolState Sports Network.
Now batting, number 35,
Tyler Jones leading off the top of the 5th for Chattanooga State. A couple walks in his first 2 plate appearances. Has yet to score a run. Ball 1 to Jones. Noah Eatman back out on the mound for the Pioneers. Gets a called strike.
Thank you, sir.
Tyler Jones came in hitting .255, had a dozen hits, couple doubles, 9 RBIs. Now with 13 walks on the season. Looks at a strike. Now count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eatman comes set, and strike called on the outside corner. Tyler Jones wasn't expecting that one to be called.
Stepping to the
First strikeout of the game for Eatman. Brody Ballou for his 4th plate appearance of the ball game here in the 5th inning looks at a called strike. He is an infield single on my score sheet. It's not the how the scoreboard operator saw it, but it's showing as an error up there under Pioneers. And it also reached on a fielder's choice and drew a walk with the bases loaded. Picked up an RBI, fouled that one off. And now our clock operator has returned to the press box, so apparently he was getting too much grief down there in the dugout. Should have been down there with the official score, I would assume. As the official score said that was an error on Molnar leading off the game. Another foul ball. That'll get into the parking lot, probably damage a car. First day of school back after the spring. In my opinion, there was no chance that Logan Molnar was going to throw Brody Ballou out at first base on that ground ball. 1-2 turns into a 2-2. Who's our official scorer down there today, Brody? Is it Murphy? Ryan Murphy is. Okay. Young man from Clarksville High School, right-handed pitcher, transfer from Lincoln Memorial University. 2-2 pitch, driven deep to right field. I believe that Brody Ballou has just left the yard, and he has. That is his third home run of the year. And that's the third home run of the ball game for the Chattanooga Tigers. Greg Dennis told me that he's got a little pop to him. 5'8", 165 pounds, and he just rode a fastball out of here. Chat State to take a 10-0 lead.
Now batting, number 3, Cade Shamley.
Cade Shamley will step to the plate. He had a 2-run home run. The first batter that Noah Eatman faced when he came in relief of Chip Harris. I say that. It wasn't 2-run. It was a grand slam. I just didn't finish putting all my dots on there. That was shot just over the fence out there in left field. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. So it's a home run in each of the 3 innings that Noah has pitched. 2 solo shots as he gets a swinging strikeout there for out number 2. So he struck out Tyler Jones looking and Cade Shamley swinging.
Now batting.
Now C.J. Morrow steps to the plate. He's 2 for 2. Reached base all 3 times he's been at the plate. One of 2 Canadians on the squad. Led the team in hitting last year. 376 batting average his freshman year, 64 hits. One of 3 Tigers that walked 44 or more times. He and Owen Brock walked 44 times. Adam Haber, 46. Well on his way to breaking that record. 28. Picked up his 29th in his last at-bat. Breaking pitch called on the swing for strike 2. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 1 run in on the solo home run by Brody Ballou to right field. 2-2 pitch coming from Noah Eatman. There's strike 3 called, and Eatman strikes out the side, but not before. Chat State gets a 10-0 lead on 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, nobody left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 5th, Pioneers need to scratch for something here. Get on the board. Be right back. Reggie Cooper will lead off against a new pitcher for Chattanooga State, right-hander Kendall Brewer, on in relief of Connor Bryson. Brewer, 6'2", 170-pound freshman from Maryville, Tennessee. Timeout. If Kendall Brewer's got the right armband on. Looks like that'll be swapped out. They're using communications as well. The old stick your fingers down and 1 fastball, 2 curve. 3 is a... I don't know what 3 was. I just always wiggled the fingers for a changeup. We called a slider a curveball back then, so Reggie Cooper squares to lay one down, pulls the bat back, ball 1. Foul ball straight behind the press box. Connor Bryson goes 4 innings, gives up 1 hit, no runs, walked 4, struck out 2 batters, did not hit anyone. I believe would not be in line for a win, even if the game finishes in 7 innings. I think you still have to go the 5 innings, unless you're on a pitch count. But I'm not the official scorer, and I don't make those decisions. 3-1 pitch, drilled down the third base line, but it'll go foul. And we'll have a Full Count Ministries. Full Count. Go to fullcountministries.com. See all that the ministry's doing for baseball players here in Middle Tennessee and Birmingham, Alabama, and around the world, specifically in Nicaragua. Ball 4. Probably the reason that Connor Bryson was taken out of the game.
Number 15, Lex
walk, so that can't make the coaching staff happy in the Tiger dugout. Kendall Brewer's 9th appearance of the year, 16 2/3 innings, 2.70 ERA, 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned. He delivers a strike to Lex Falsoni. Has walked 13 batters. Now 14. Now tied for the lead in that category. Not a category you want to lead in. Count 1 ball, 1 strike now to Falsoni, who popped out to Tyler Stevens, the first baseman in foul territory, to lead off the 3rd. High and tight. Two-one pitch with Cooper leading off at first. It's popped up into right center field. Tyler Jones over. He will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, number 1, Logan Molnar.
Tyler Jones having some work out there. Caught 3 fly balls and ran down Logan Molnar's double. Got it to C.J. Morrow, the cutoff man, and then Morrow turned and threw a strike to Cade Chamley to get Molnar trying to stretch a double into a triple. Molnar is 1 for 2. Swing and a miss on 2 breaking pitches. Down in the count 0-2. This is Chattanooga State's 26th game of the year. Strike 3 called. Molnar looks at another breaking pitch right over the plate. First strikeout for Brewer.
Now batting, number 3, Brady Nepper.
Brady Nepper will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2.
Yours. I got old pants.
Brewer continuing with the breaking pitches, gets a called strike. See if he goes 5 in a row right here. Nope. Fastball swung on and missed. After walking Cooper, struggled a little bit with the strike zone with Lex Falsoni, but he hadn't struggled since Falsoni flew out. Nothing but strikes to Molnar and Nepper. And a swinging strike 3 on another breaking pitch. Down goes Brady, and down go the Pioneers. No hits. 1 runner left on base. We are through 5, 10-0. Chattanooga State leads. Listening to the VolState Sports Network. Jersey Mike's first sub of the game for the Pioneers. Third baseman Nathan Aguilar in for Landon Luderman. Aguilar, 5'8", 200-pound freshman from Rockvale High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the son of Reynario
Number 14.
and Ivania Aguilar, brother to Henry and Jocelyn. He is out there at third base. Noah Eatman on the hill for VolState. First pitch to Tyler Stevens is wide of the mark. Ten to nothing Chat State with a big third inning. 7-run inning that chased Chip Harris after 2 2/3. Sliced foul to the right side. I don't see anybody behind home plate here getting up to get after those foul balls. I wonder if Chat State is sending players. I don't think so. Breaking pitch foul down the third base side. Again, that goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stevens 1 for 2 in the game. Walked and singled and scored a run. Breaking pitch, just a little bit high of a Full Count Ministries full count. Some of the equipment we use here on the broadcast provided by Full Count Ministries. And there is strike 3 called. Tyler Stevens thought he had walked, but Eric Dunsford opinion, the only one that matters,
Number 32
is
Scotty Dean.
3 straight strikeouts for Noah Eatman. Second backward K in a row. Scotty Dean steps to the plate. VolState still looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the series. This is now, 20 innings And there's a line drive out to Reggie Cooper. He's going to make the catch for out number 2. Scotty Dean now 1 for 3.
Number 11,
RBI.
Jack Murray.
And Jack Murray hit a solo home run in the 4th. Steps to the plate. His first collegiate home run, I believe. He gets a healthy cut there. It comes up empty. Been a struggle for VolState pitching this series, no question. A lot of walks and hit by pitchers. I think 30 free passes yesterday's doubleheader. 26 walks, 4 hit batters. 0-2 pitch now to Jack Murray, who's 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. The 0-2 pitch, just a tad high. On deck, Braden Graves. Eatman heading to Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. There's a slow roller. Nathan Aguilar is going to hit the glove throw quickly. He won't be able to give anything on that one, as Jack Murray legs that slow roller out for an infield base hit.
Now batting number 31.
I don't know. Guess I better check with our clock operator, who's not by the official score. See, if you're up here, then they know my opinion up there, and they'll gauge it. But an infield hit in my score sheet. Throw over to first.
So you have 10
Murray is back.
10 hits compared to
Yes.
my 9.
And 1 less error.
That's a 10th hit on my score sheet. But apparently not in the official scorebook. Breaking pitch right over the plate for Braden Graves. And apparently he does not like that curveball. Graves 1 for 3. Was retired on a ground out to Landon Luderman in the 4th, as were all 3 outs of that inning. But this one in particular was a very nice backhand play by Landon Luderman. Knocked it down, picked it up, threw in the dirt over to Connor Paul, who made a great play to dig that one out of the dirt. It's actually a pretty long hop, and Connor Paul had to basically fight it. Brody Milton knows all about that. Starting first baseman. A number of games this year until he got hurt. That was driven into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Braden Graves gets his second single of the ball game. 2 outs. Back-to-back hits by the Tigers.
Stepping in the box, number 4, Colin Trevison.
Colin Trevison, the shortstop. 0 for 3. The only Tiger thus far to not reach base. So starting shortstop, because Connor Linkfield from Frisco, Texas, tore his labrum, I understand, diving back into first base. A bit of a connection as Logan Molnar, who's the starting shortstop for VolState, got his first start at Chat State last year. Even, I think he has hit his first home run, collegiate home run down there at Chat State. He also tore his labrum diving into third base last year. So he's had the labrum surgery on his non-throwing arm, but I think that Linkfield's injury is to his throwing shoulder, a lot more difficult of a recovery. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colin Trevison. Eatman off the turf and off the mask of Lex Falsoni, who's going to have to retrieve that all the way over at the Tigers dugout. Wild pitch moves both runners up 90 feet. Infield single by Jack Murray and a opposite field single by Braden Graves after 2 were out. Chat State trying to play add-on. Swing and a miss. Colin Trevison goes down on a high fastball. Eatman picks up his 5th strikeout of the ball game. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. Let's get to our Allie Cassidy alumni spotlight. Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone, owned by my buddy Randy West and others. Former neighbor of mine across the street. Great man. He and his wife Rhonda and their kids Hannah and Elliot. Randy graciously offered a pallet of brick pavers for our alumni patio. We are raising money for the baseball program through the brick purchase for alumni, like Brody Melton is finishing his career here at VolState. Be looking for somebody in Brody's family, maybe Tootsie and Pops, maybe want to donate $100 to the cause and get Brody's name as the years he played here, 2023, 2024, and the positions he played, third base, first base, DH, yeah. Put all that on there and then put that on a brick and have that put out there in the alumni patio, just like Jimmy Whitaker from 1979.
Number 22.
He's a Hendersonville High School grad, 1978, and a former teammate of mine at Belmont University. Back then it was called Belmont College. Jimmy Whitaker played in 1980 and 81, I believe, at Belmont. Did not play my senior year. I don't think he played 3 as Stephen Bell steps to the plate against Kendall Brewer. Looks at a strike. Jimmy Whitaker, kind of an oddity. I had 2 teammates at Belmont that each, after college, became farriers. Some of the folks out there might know what a farrier is. Look at Braxton Alexander, our public address announcer, and DJ. He came strong. Stephen Bell comes up empty. A farrier is a horse shoer, someone who shoes horses. Jimmy Whitaker and Roger Smith from the 1980, 81, 82 era of Belmont that lifted out the left field. Braden Graves, a few steps to his left, now comes back 1 to his right and makes the catch for out number 1. Jimmy Whitaker in White House, Tennessee, and I think Roger Smith down in the Dixon Fairview area. But Roger came to Belmont as a freshman. Jimmy, 1 year at VolState and then transferred over to Belmont with his good friend Johnny Angel, who was our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. I believe that was yesterday. 2 balls, no strikes to Cannon Lewis. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Fouled off. But if you are a VolState supporter and you have a son or a grandson that'll be finishing this year, or maybe somebody who's already finished and you're listening in on the broadcast, you can send me an email at treesports@gmail.com and I'll get you in touch, as Kendall Brewer just got in touch with Cannon Lewis. Kendall Brewer.
Cannon's third HBP.
I was going to say, Cannon Lewis got plunked twice in game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday. Is that right? Or game 1? Actually, 1 in each game. We have a pinch hitter for Connor Paul. Carson Sanders is going to come to the plate. Let's get Cannon Lewis over there onto first base before we get Carson Sanders in the game. Son of a couple colonels up in Fort Campbell.
Colonel Sanders ×2. He's known as the barber here at VolState. Called strike on a breaking pitch, low and outside. 5'11", 200-pound freshman from Clarksville High School in Clarksville, Tennessee. Breaking pitch dropped just at the plate, the last second. Doctors Jared and Jill Sanders. He's got a younger sister, Claire. There's a papa and grandma in Alba, Texas. It's in East Texas. Not far from where I used to live in Tyler, Texas. Also, I think that's a pappy and mammy in Houston, Texas. Hope they're listening in or will listen in later. Breaking pitch, that's driven into left field. There's a base hit by Carson Sanders. That is first collegiate hit. Let me have a little look-see at these stats here.
Gage Hoover.
Might have to throw that ball out. Carson Sanders just picked up his yes. First collegiate hit. Congratulations to Carson and his family. Second hit of the ball game. Brings up Gage Hoover, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Fastball catches that outside corner. Don't have a whole lot of green on this side of the score sheet. That's what I color the hits in with. And has no orange on this side, which is what I color the runs in. Breaking pitch consistently been a strike on that outside portion all day long. 0-2 now to Gage Hoover, the freshman left fielder. Ground ball to third. That will go foul. On deck, Nathan Aguilar, who came in at the top of the inning. Has a ground ball to short. That could be two. On to second and to first for a 6-4-3 double play. That will end the inning for the Pioneers. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. We are through 6. 7 innings. 10-run rule will take effect, so VolState will need to keep it at a 10-run deficit and to come in and score at least one to continue playing this game. But we'll see what happens in the top of the 7th. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Cannon Lewis coming out of the designated hitter role. He will get his first appearance on the mound for 2024 for VolState. 6 foot, 215-pound redshirt sophomore, transfer from Roan State Community College. Out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, went to Beach High School, business management major, the son of Ryan and Daphne Lewis. As I said earlier, brother to JC and Mason. His grandparents, both sets in Hendersonville, Grandpa and Grandma, and Papa and Granny. Don't think he got on the mound for Roan State last year. I'd have to check that. I know he got plate appearances, but he will face 9-1-2 in Chattanooga State's order. Tyler Jones, and that is Brody Ballou on deck. Jones, a couple walks and a strikeout today. Looks at ball one. Cannon Lewis. Cannon with a K. A-N-O-N. Strike called as Jones tries to get out of the way. New right fielder out there, Zach Zimmerly, redshirt freshman from Hendersonville High School. And that's a line drive out to center field. That'll get down. Reggie Cooper picks it up on one hop. Tyler Jones now 1 for 2.
Up to bat, number 5, Brody Ballou.
Brody Ballou will step to the plate for his 5th time in this ball game. He's been to the plate a lot in this 3-game series. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Not sure how much work Cannon's done in the bullpen since he's been on campus. Got here last August. Runner goes. Pitch is called a strike. Throw down to second base. It's not going to be in time. Stolen base for Jones. Counts 0-2. Brody Ballou, but he's looked like he hadn't had any issues with batting with 2 strikes. Tyler Jones, 2nd stolen base of the year in as many attempts. Ballou homered in his last plate appearance. Breaking pitch fouled straight back. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Couple RBIs, 1 run scored. Game is scheduled for 9, but VolState doesn't score in the bottom of the 7th. This game's going to be over early. It's the 10-run mercy rule. Breaking pitch stays up. Couple series, other series in TCCAA are finishing today. Dyersburg State and Cleveland State playing a doubleheader. Dyersburg State won game 1. Ballou, they're going to have to check, and they will check with the base umpire, and says that Brody Ballou went around for out number 1. First strikeout for Cannon Lewis, and the first out of the inning. Kate Chamley steps to the plate. He struck out twice, hit a grand slam in the 3rd, and flew out to right field in the 2nd. 1 for 4 with a run scored and 4 RBIs. Is the sophomore from Ola High School, O-L-A High School in McDonough, Georgia. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. That's all per the internet. And you know, you can believe everything you see on the internet, right?
Some people do.
That was according to Perfect Game site that I saw. Breaking pitch, strike 2. So Gage Hoover in left, Reggie Cooper in center, Zach Zimmerly in right, Nathan Aguilar at third, Logan Molnar at short, Brady Nepper at second. Carson Sanders, after coming in, picking up his first collegiate hit, is now at first base. Lex Falsoni calling for a pitch high, and he does, and it is laced into center field. Cooper on 2 hops. He's going to make the throw all the way to the plate, 1 hopper. Tyler Jones stays at third. Runners now at the corners. It's a second base hit of the inning.
Now batting, number 9.
Second hit of the game for Cade Chamley. Unofficially, I have 13 hits. The Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, and I assume the official score, has 12 hits for Chattanooga State. C.J. Morrow, who's got 2 of them, undisputed, 2 for 3. And that ball is way to the plate. Sails over the head of Lex Falsoni, and that will score the 11th run of the ball game on the wild pitch. Tyler Jones comes in to score. And that right there is a cross-up as Lex Falsoni is hurting as he runs to get that ball. It goes toward the Chat State dugout. Coach McGuire will come out and check on him. That's a classic look at what being crossed up looks like. Lex Falsoni was expecting a fastball and got the curveball, which actually is a lot better than the other way around. If you're expecting a curveball and you get the fastball, you catch one about 85 right off your chest or your mask or something. You'd rather catch that curveball off of something you're not expecting. They clearly have a cross up there. Justin McKinney, all-world trainer, out to check on Lex Falsoni, and looks like he's okay to stay in the ball game. That'll be his second wild pitch. Charge to Cannon Lewis. Now puts a runner at third with 1 out. Cade Chamley at third base. C.J. Morrow at the plate with a 2-0 count. Fastball misses out. On deck, the designated hitter, the first baseman, Tyler Stevens. Rio pitch on the outside corner. That's called a strike. Pioneers back here at home against Cumberland Junior Varsity on Wednesday. A doubleheader. Ball 4. First game is scheduled for 1 o'clock.
Now batting, number 14, Tyler Stevens.
And then as it's scheduled, on the road at Roan State on Friday, I'll be traveling along. So, Lord willing, we'll have some good internet, some good weather from down there in Harriman, Tennessee for the 3-game set between the Roan State Raiders and Pioneers. Runners at the corners. Stevens steps in, looks at a called strike. Stevens 1 for 3 Singled and scored in the third. And again, catcher who's on deck still has the shin guards on with one out. From a former catcher,
Lack of confidence.
that's just a lack of confidence, in my opinion.
Happened yesterday.
Yeah, it did. You got to get those shin guards off and have confidence in your guy at the plate that he's not going to ground into a double play. Worst thing that happens is you just have to put your shin guards back on. One-two count to Tyler Stevens. Tipped at the plate, and Lex Falsoni's going to take a little bite out of that one as well. Noah Eatman on in relief of Chip Harris went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs that were earned, walked 1, struck out 5. Cannon Lewis in his first inning of work. Big overhand breaking pitch is a little high. Lewis was our DH, now is our pitcher. Runner started to go and stopped, fouled off. Counts remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw over to first, had the runner leaning. Chattanooga State trying to play add-on. They want to finish this game in the bottom of the 7th. They want to put as many on the board as they can. Already put 1 additional run on. Runner starts to take off. That's popped out to right field. Zach Zimmerly, long run. Brody Nepper is not going to be able to get there either. 1 run's going to come in on the flare to right field. Zimmerly was playing Stevens over toward right center field. Runners now at first and second.
To Scotty Dean.
Chat State leads 12-0. Second hit of the game for Stevens. Now Scotty Dean steps to the plate. 1 for 3. Third hit in the inning. Breaking pitch called strike. Got a right-hander warming. I think that might be Max Castle down there. Clarksville Academy freshman. There's a wild pitch over the glove of Lex Falsoni. Both runners move up 90 feet. How did I? There we go. Let's move. Moving to second and third. Third wild pitch of the game by Cannon Lewis. 1 was on a mix-up between him and Lex Falsoni. Hit Falsoni, I think, in the left arm. 1 out, 2 on. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike as Lewis loses his lid for the first time. That's a big old yacker right there. Big old breaking pitch. Standing on deck, Jack Murray, the DH. No force. Lewis looking for the strikeout there. Dean does not offer. Dyersburg State defeated Cleveland State 8-6, leading in game 2, 2-0. All the scores. Well, I do have Roane State defeated Columbia State 2-0. Time violation on Canyon Lewis, so a ball will be added to Scotty Dean's account. So we'll have a full count Ministries full count. The pitch, breaking pitch, misses inside. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning, and that will be the end of the initial appearance on the mound for Cannon Lewis. So we will have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll take a quick break, tell you about the new pitcher. We return on the VolState Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Freshman Max Castle comes out of the bullpen, 6 foot, 175-pound right-hander from Clarksville, Tennessee. Attended Clarksville Academy. He's an accounting major, son of Glenn and Elizabeth Castle. Brother to Casey and Caroline and Harrison. In Franklin, North Carolina, he's got a grandmummy down there. That's a grandma name. And Mimi in Cullowhee, North Carolina. Hello to grandmas in Franklin and Cullowhee, North Carolina. Max Castle on for his second appearance of the year. He's 1-0. 1 in the third innings, 4 hits, 2 runs that were earned, 1 strikeout. He is on to shut the door here if he can in the top of the 7th inning. He's going to come in with 1 out and bases loaded. Jack Murray, the DH, steps up. He's 2 for 4. Looks at a called strike. Murray homered. Solo shot in the 4th. Fly ball that pushed out of here to right field. Then had an infield single down the third base line. Able to hold up on that breaking pitch from Castle. Apparently K means something over there. Breaking pitch missed somewhere. Looked like it got over the plate. Maybe it was down. 2 balls and a strike. I think we may have fixed our camera issues from yesterday. Just swapped out a cord. That's way wide. Going to get to the plate, but not in time as a throw from Falsoni is late getting to Castle. Everybody moves up 90 feet, and Chattanooga State now leads 13-0. It's the second runner to score on a wild pitch in this inning. C.J. Morrow, who walked, come around to score. Tyler Stevens at third, Scotty Dean at second. And there's ball 4. Bases are loaded again. First walk for Max Castle. Wild pitch took an RBI away from Jack Murray. Braden Graves, couple singles. Looks at a called strike on the outside corner. Has an RBI. Pioneers looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder. Breaking pitch misses up and in. Chat State won game 1 yesterday 8-2 and game 2 5-4. Breaking pitch misses up. Looking to sweep the Pioneers a year ago. VolState went into Chattanooga and won 2 out of 3. Chattanooga State. Can't remember if they were I think they were the 2 seed a year ago at the conference tournament that was played right here at Pioneer Field in Gallatin. Ball 4, there's back-to-back walks, and this time Graves gets the RBI.
Now batting number 4, Colin Trevison.
And Chattanooga State leads 14-0. Still only 1 out. Swing and a foul tip by Colin Trevison, the 9th batter to come to the plate. 0 for 4. Pops out of Lex's glove, but he retrieves it pretty close to home plate area. No advancement of the runners. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs in the inning. 3 hits. 4 walks. Scotty Dean, who's on at third, is a responsibility of Cannon Lewis. So 2 of the 3 that were on base when he left the ball game have already scored. Max Castle trying to get a strike over to Colin Trevison. He will not, and he will walk 3 straight. Colin Trevison gets his first on base of the day. Bring up Tyler Jones.
5, Tyler Jones.
Led off this inning with a single into right center field. Close the book on Cannon Lewis. He goes a third of an inning, gives up 3 hits, 5 runs. All earned, walks 2, strikes out 1. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner at the letters for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Good Pasture Cougar alum. Went to Middle Tennessee State University last year. Put on the red shirt, transferred to Chat State this year. Breaking pitch called strike. Last year, about April and May, we had an infestation of wasps. We got the ladybugs flying all over now. Swing and a miss, or a foul tip into the glove on a fastball tailing away from Jones. That's out number 2.
Brody Ballou.
They are not going to pinch hit for Brody Ballou. It is his 16th plate appearance of the series. 2 hits in this ball game, 5 for the series. Weak ground ball, that'll go foul down the first base line. 2 for 4 in this game. Solo home run. 1 run scored, 2 RBIs in the game. Unofficially, of course. Because on that score sheet, when you see it tomorrow, unless Greg Dennis changes it, it's going to show that he was on an error on the first play of the game. This inning has turned into a nightmare for the Pioneers. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. Brody Ballou now down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A young man from Siegel High School by way of San Diego, California. My daughter used to live there, married to a Marine. Now she's over on the other coast as that pitch is fouled off. She's back on the Atlantic. So she's lived in North Carolina, San Diego, and now South Carolina. All Marine bases and all by the water. 1-2 pitch down low. Better have some sunscreen on today if you've been outside. This old tender skin swing, called strike 3 at the knees. Brody Ballou not pleased with that. He struck out his last 2 plate appearances as Chattanooga State bats around for the second time in the ball game. He scored 5 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. A lot of walks. We are headed to the bottom of the 7th. Unless VolState can score 6, it'll be all she wrote. Since we're probably not going to get to the 8th inning, let's give our shout out to in memorial to Hayden Schrum. Well, there's a sign out in left field that in the 8th inning of 9-inning games, I'd like to give a shout out to the Schrum family. Hayden Schrum was the right-handed pitcher from Macon County High School, graduated in 2005 from there, came to VolState as right-handed pitcher for Mike Crosland, head coach. Then in 2009, contracted leukemia, passed away in May of 2010. But was a big supporter of VolState baseball and big help to the 2010 team. Mike Crosland, at that point in time, had decided that no one would wear the number 8 while he was here. And I believe Ryan Hunt, the former coach before Coach McGuire, and now Coach McGuire, has agreed with that. And so number 8 is not assigned to anyone on the roster in honor of Hayden Schrum. So I want to just let the folks know why there's a banner out there in left field. It says number 8. His motto is no regrets. Got a new pitcher on the mound for Chattanooga State, Caden Colson, 6'2", 220-pound freshman.
Now batting, number 21.
He will pitch the bottom of the 7th inning. I believe Caden Colson got in yesterday's game. Which one did he pitch in? He did. He relieved Charlie Smith, won an inning, struck out 2, did not give up a hit. Nathan Aguilar in there looks at a called strike. Aguilar's first at bat of the ball game. He came in for Landon Luderman, who went 0 for 1 with a walk. Now down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Aguilar playing in his second game of the year as a hit in 2 official plate appearances. Also has a walk, been on base 2 out of the 3 times he stepped to the plate in a college uniform this spring or this late winter. Chat State throwing nothing but right-handers. Drive out to right field. Tyler Jones, a long run, dive, but can't make the catch in foul territory. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kendall Brewer goes 2 innings, gives up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and did hit a batter. Connor Bryson, starting pitcher, went 4. Served down that first base line. That will go foul. And Tyler Stevens had to shove Coach Shane Kemp out of the way down there. To try to get to that one. Volunteer assistant coach Shane Kemp in his first year at VolState. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nathan Aguilar. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch outside. Strike 3. That'll bring Cedric Harris to the plate. He's going to hit for Reggie Cooper. Harris hitting .333. This is his second game. He's 1 for 3 coming in. He has a double. Looking for his second collegiate hit. Redshirt freshman out of John T. Overton High School. Slider misses outside.
John T. Overton, notable alumni.
There's a strike called. On deck, Cam Hodges. Ground ball down to third. Foul ball called at the plate. Cedric did not run out of the box. And he saw the ball going fair, so he thought he better go ahead and take off. But Eric Dunsford, our home plate umpire, said that's a foul ball. Harris gets another crack at it. Breaky pitch on the outside corner, and Cedric Harris goes down looking. Son of Cedric Harris Sr. out of Shreveport, Louisiana, and Clarissa Harris out of Nashville. Now Cam Hodges steps to the plate. Third pinch hitter of the inning, 6 foot, 195-pound redshirt freshman from Sevierville, Tennessee. He also went to Sevier County High School. The son of Michael Hodges and Jessica Roberts. Hello to Granddad and Nana in Gatlinburg as that ball sails over the top of Cam's head. Also hello to Pop and Brindy in Granger County. Cam looking for his first hit of the year. An outfielder hitting in Lex Falsoni's spot. Caden Colson on in relief of Kendall Brewer, the third pitcher for Chat State. Fly ball out to center field. I assume it's still Brody Ballou. He's on his horse. He won't make the catch. It's off the wall. Cam Hodges will pull up the boat anchor there or drop the anchor, and he gets his first collegiate hit off the wall in dead center field. Congratulations, Cameroon.
Now batting, number 1, Logan Molnar.
Logan Molnar will step to the plate with 2 out and runner on at second base. Third hit of the ball game off the bat of Cam Hodges. Molnar 1 for 3. Instead of breaking pitch at the letters. No hiding the emotions from Logan Molnar on whether or not he thought that was a good call or not. It popped up down the right field line. Tyler Stevens over in foul territory, and he will make the over-the-head basket catch for out number 3. And this game will go final 15-0. Chat State will take game 3 and get the sweep over the Pioneers. As I said earlier, I believe that got to go 5 innings unless Connor Bryson was on a pitch count. So I would think that Kendall Brewer is going to get the win. That would put him to 4-0 on the season. Loss will go to starter Chip Harris. Chip Harris will fall to 0-1 on the season. Pioneers fall to 5-11 overall and 1-4 in conference play. Chat State moves to 22-4 overall and 4-1. All right, 5-1. I'm sorry, 5-1 in conference play. Our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game going to go with Cade Chamley, grand slam and a single, 4 RBIs. Guess we could go also Cam Hodges with the double and his first collegiate hit as well. So 2 players, Cam Hodges for the Pioneers, Cade Chamley for Chat State. VolState will take a day off tomorrow and then come back on Wednesday. Doubleheader here at home to take on the Cumberland Junior Varsity squad, and then go on the road to Roan State to continue TCCAA conference action. A game that took 2 hours and 29 minutes, originally scheduled for 9 innings, but the 10-run mercy rule in effect as Chattanooga State wins 15-0 over VolState. Our Full Count Ministries verse of the game is found in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10, provided by Mimi in Gadsden, Alabama today. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are protected. Found Proverbs 18:10. Thanks to Full Count Ministries, and thanks to Mimi for providing scripture this year to this broadcaster. Appreciate her. And also shout out again to Jimmy Whitaker, our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone VolState Pioneer Alumni Spotlight today. Well, that'll do it from Gallatin, Tennessee. The Pioneers took a couple on the chin today in a 15-0 loss to Chat State. Can only muster 3 hits against 3 pitchers. Connor Bryson, Kendall Brewer, and Caden Colson all combined for the shutout. Had 6 strikeouts unofficially. Each gave up a hit apiece, a couple doubles, one for Logan Molnar, one to Carson Sanders, his first collegiate hit, and Cam Hodges for his first collegiate hit as well. So I guess both Carson Sanders and Cam Hodges can be Toyota Gallatin players of the game. I appreciate you all listening in on the VolState Sports Network. For Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and for Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying so long for now. God bless you, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday on this VolState Sports Network. Good night, everybody.